Our 11 Investigates team has been reporting on police officers jumping from department to department because of disciplinary problems over the last several weeks. Is there a solution? Investigative reporters Brian Duggar and Kaylee Marentet take a look.
Our 11 Investigate team has discovered that in the past 2.5 years, 385 officers statewide have taken new police jobs after being forced out of other departments because of some type of investigation.
In some cases, the officer is simply being given a second chance. But unfortunately, we also found there are some systemic issues with no easy solutions.
The starting point for departments looking for new officers is often the Ohio Peace Officers Training Academy portal. It's a state-managed website that shows an officer's work history and training and his reason for resignation or termination. It's meant to help prevent bad hires. But when looking at why officers, even bad officers, can easily jump to other departments, this was the first issue we encountered. Issue number 1, confusion with how to operate the portal.
When we go through and look at the roster, it doesn't have any explanation of why they separated.
But it does, and it's a 2-step process. Find the officer under one tab, then find the reason for the separation under another. Departments say it would be easier to have all the results under one tab, but we found other issues. Issue number 2, improper entry of separation reason. In Delta, officials hired Robert Austin as its new police chief,
about crimes happening in the neighborhood,
not knowing he was under investigation in Sylvania Township. But the township clearly marked the wrong box to be entered on the portal.
Why didn't they check retirement in lieu of termination? They checked retired in good standing. So none of this is going to work if the agencies don't use this form properly.
Attorney General Dave Yost agreed with Andy Glenn of Delta.
There's an old thing from, I think, software development that back in the 80s or 90s, garbage in, garbage out. So our website, I'll be candid, it's first of all incomplete. It's better than what we had, but it's incomplete because there are things that don't get reported accurately.
Issue number 3, difference in handling of disciplinary records. In the Delta case, Austin was protected by a non-disclosure agreement.
There are some things that we would like to ask Chief Austin about that. The non-disclosure agreement prohibits him from talking to us about it at all.
When Delta asked for his file, they were not given the investigation. Now that's a different approach than Oregon takes when a potential employer asks about an officer.
Whatever they ask for, we will provide. So any previous discipline that we have on file, we'll provide that. We'll give them performance evaluations, personnel file.
And also different than the metro parks.
Someone from another agency wants to look into the background or one of my former officers, I refer them to our HR department. And so they basically can say, certain things, right? He worked here or she worked here at this point in time.
And one other thing, the Attorney General told us that his department does not typically get disciplinary records. Issue number 4, officers are not licensed. Officers receive training certificates from OPATA. They are not licensed. No license, no ability to revoke a license of a bad officer.
I proposed to the legislature a couple of years ago that we should look at licensing for police officers. Lawyers have to be licensed, doctors, nurses, electricians, plumbers. The nurse's aide that changes the bedpan has to be licensed. Why don't we license police officers? But that didn't go anywhere.
Issue number 5, recruitment nearly at all-time lows.
When I was hired in 2000, over 900 people applied to be a ranger.
Looking back on the last 10 years of our civil service list and the amount of applicants that we've had on there, we were at about 55 9 years ago. Our most current civil service list is 11 people.
All of it contributes to 385 officers being given a second chance that some of them may not deserve.
I don't doubt are hiring people that they would rather not, that 10 years, 20 years ago when we had thousands of people applying for jobs, they might not have accepted those folks.
Now, I think the biggest surprise for me during this investigation was how some officers have been let go by 3 or 4 departments, yet still get jobs. Now, this state portal will make it much easier to keep track of that movement.
But another surprise is how much departments are struggling with finding quality officers. Attorney General Dave Yost told us it's a crisis. It's a crisis that we're committed to investigating, but a crisis with no simple answers.
Kaylee Merritt, Ted, Brian Duggar there. If you missed any part of our series, you can find the stories and videos at WTOL.com and on our YouTube page. If you need our team's help or you have a question about an officer's work history, reach out to us. The address is 11investigates at WTOL.com.